Welcome to T-Bone's Best of Roanoke show. Music, comedy, and conversation featuring HB, the Honey Badger.
Honey Badger don't care.
Now, on with the show.
Up on top of Jasper's Creek, I rolled with your bones and your rosy cheeks. It's American as apples in the stream. Drummed by vampire in Vietnam, we would dream that we sing as we drop napalm. It's American as flybys in disguise. It's a ghost in my head, ghost in these eyes. America, you're just beginning.
Are you ready, HB?
I'm ready, T-Bone.
And are you ready, Lance?
Yes, I am.
Well, let's chop this up a little bit here. This is Radio Free Roanoke, and this is episode number 119, T-Bone's Best of Roanoke show. He's Lance Smith, vocalist, rhythm guitarist for that Roanoke band, Monster Atlantic. Lance, thank you for hosting us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Lance.
Monster Atlantic. Now, I want to find out about this name. And I hope there's a story behind it, or maybe it's something simple. But before we even get to that, tell us this now, Lance. You've got a band. You got three other guys. You got Matt. You got Alex. You got Tad. Tell us a little bit about your band and who they are and what they do.
Well, we got Matt Stump on lead guitar, electric guitar. We got Alex Ayers on bass. We got Tad Dickens on drums.
Tad Dickens on drums. He's the keeper of the big beat.
Yes. And we've just added Adam Hill on organ.
Ooh.
So and that's been a real treat. But Matt Stump and Alex Ayers are also the songwriters with me. So there's 3 head songwriters in this group now, which is pretty fun. And,
All right.
And you don't. There's a lot of pressure that's not on you when you got like 3 guys. So we're kind of what I call the three-headed monster.
So it's like you say on your website, it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah, and it always has been.
And it always has been. Now, is the band mostly Roanoke fellas, or where do they come from?
Matt is in Fincastle. Tad's obviously from the area and from Tennessee originally.
Yeah.
And Alex is from here. But yeah, we're all pretty much Roanoke Valley characters.
Yeah. All right, and then let's get back to that name, Monster Atlantic.
That's what I'm waiting on. Yeah.
Now, did you was there a book? You just flipped through the pages and stuck your finger and said, "Let's go with this name," or is there a story there?
I actually dreamed it.
You had?
No,
Yeah. I was watching a television show, and in the show there was a sea turtle. And
a sea turtle,
but it doesn't have anything to do with the turtle. It has to do with the camera went up on the turtle and it transitioned into the night sky. And I really admired the transition in the film. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, that's a cool transition, because I noticed that, and I like fades in movies and stuff like that.
Right.
And that night I had a dream that I was telling somebody about this, and I told them that I was going to make an album called Monster Atlantic. Where that came from, I don't know. But the person in the dream, and it was a dream. It was just a figure, no face, kind of. And I told them that I was going to do an album called Monster Atlantic, and they told me, "Well, why wouldn't you? You own the name." And then when I woke up, I just happened to remember it, and then I living in the world of Google, I Googled it and it was not together. It wasn't together. And
Nobody else had that name.
Yeah, I thought at least somebody had the name.
Uh-huh.
You know, I at least thought maybe like some like MySpace band would have it.
Right.
You know, but it wasn't. It wasn't together. There was like Monster Storm, Atlantic Storm, or something like that. But I was like, there's no way that this name is not taken, and it wasn't taken. So, and at the time I was looking for like a moniker, kind of like a Sea Wolf or Cat Power or something like that.
Yeah.
But
So there is a little bit of story behind
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
There's a little more to it.
yeah.
All right, so most of your bands from around this area. How long you guys been at this here?
I think I have files dating back to 2013.
Okay.
About 8 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Now, your opinion, is it typical for a band, a local or regional band, to stick around or stick together for 8 years? Is that?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
It
so.
seems like that's a good shelf life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've tried to. I think maybe we don't play as live as much, although we have played live a lot, but we don't play like every weekend or every. You know, we don't. It's pretty spaced out, so maybe that has something to do with it. You know, so.
Right.
Well, I was telling my son last night. I said we're going to interview Lance from Monster Atlantic. He said, "Oh, that's one of my favorite bands."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's good. But now, how would you explain to people who've never heard your music? How would you say, okay, this is kind of what we are?
This is what we
I
do.
know. Yeah, I know it says a rock experience, but what would you say to people who have not heard Monster Atlantic, who have not had the same dream you had?
Yeah. I usually get a 90s kind of vibe from when people hear us, so I kind of throw that in. I always say it's a rock band.
Yeah.
Singers word. I always put in that we're songwriters first, and that's the one thing about this band that I've loved. Like right out of the gate, we got recognized for songwriting, and we didn't go out and do a bunch of covers. And when we did that, no one cared, and they were fine with it. And I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
it's like
that's cool.
Yeah, it's like we can write our own music, and like, because you always heard that it's like, well, you got to go play covers first and then write your own music, and we found out that wasn't really true. Like people really connect to the emotion of the song more than anything.
If the music's good,
Yeah.
and they get it,
Yeah, and you're into it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But I've always just say rock, you know, and then let, because I found out that people are gonna put their own experiences into what they hear. Because I've people have come up to me and they say, "Oh, I hear this band, I hear that band," and I'm like, I don't really hear that. I don't say that, you know,
right?
'cause, you
But
know.
it's not in your head.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad you like it. So
that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's hard. I just kind of just stick with rock, you know. It's
Yeah.
alternative rock.
Yeah.
Although that's not really a term that you hear anymore, but
Right.
I kind of still like that alternative. Yeah.
Well, you've got a good selection of albums, videos. I want to talk about your videos, and then the original. On my notes, I put original in big letters. And is that hard to do, or what's your process to come up with songs, original songs? Is it like you'll hear something here where you work, or somebody might say something to you? You might hear something on TV. What triggers your process for a song?
I don't think I really have a process. I think I've always had a dissolving process. I think the song's already there in you, and it's trying to find it. And but as far as like bringing it to the other people in the group, I just basically just come with an idea and just the bones of a song. And this is how I've always worked. I've always worked with a partner, a songwriting partner. And I just kind of starts with the guitar first, and chucking away on the guitar, and then some mumbles. Not to compare myself to Bono, but I think that's kind of like what he did. You know, it's just the tune, kind of mumbles, and then that's where I think the song is already there in you, and it's just deciphering the code,
Getting it
really.
out.
To get it out.
Yeah. So, but
Okay.
yeah,
And you put together 2 albums, right?
Yes.
Sunken City Radio.
Yep,
Sunken
that's the
City
first
Radio.
one.
I've heard of that. Heard all the cuts on that. And then you got Run for the Atlantic. How new is that?
it is. I think we did it. We wrote and recorded it probably 2016, 2017.
All right.
And we put it out like 2 years ago, I think.
And COVID, y'all didn't play as much on.
Nah.
Like everybody had to shut down
Yeah,
during
yeah,
that
yeah.
time period.
But we wrote. It was I actually kind of enjoyed myself during
COVID.
Yeah, I did. We wrote over email and stuff. The three head songwriters did, and we wrote and wrote and wrote and ended up having way too much stuff.
Oh wow!
And which is not a bad problem to have.
Yeah.
But once we started getting back together, and we just recently played 2 outdoor shows.
Mill Mountain Zoo
Yeah, Mill
and
Mountain Zoo.
Wilderness Adventure.
Yeah.
You guys have hit some different spots.
Yeah. We wanted to go back, and we played Mill Mountain Zoo before, and it was really fun. We had to, we were going to do it, I think, in 2020, and then it got canceled, and we got to go out and do it again. So come back and do that.
Okay.
So, but when we got together to bring out, because we were excited with this new material. I mean, we didn't even get to all of it, and we had to brush up on our old stuff, and it was a task. I mean, to complain that you have too much material, that's ridiculous, you know.
Well, I've watched probably all of your videos of your songs on YouTube, and I've seen you live before. And this one of my favorite songs is an old one, but Sounds Like Who.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of that song?
Yes. It was one of maybe the second song we worked on, and
Really?
yeah.
And was that on Sunken City
Yeah.
Radio? Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's a good
I
one.
still like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I do
very
too.
good song.
It's
Yeah.
fun to play.
It holds up. And then as far as your videos, one jumped to my eye right away. Double feature, Creature double feature.
Right.
Did you have anything to do with?
Yeah, I did all those.
Oh man! Well, I want to give you credit.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's HB. It's very visually. It just catches your eye. It's
Okay.
just like wow. It's very creative
Thank you,
and
thank you.
stylistic. I thought.
Yeah.
So you like to do videos?
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah.
Now the one you did, or did you do this one as well?
I did them
Rock.
all.
You
I
did
did
them all.
all.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we can keep the credit right here.
Yeah.
But the Rock show, right?
Yeah.
That was well done.
Yeah, thank you. And it's a lot of those are like found footage, public domain videos, and I didn't go to school or anything for that. I just started out taking photographs and like family photographs and putting like Jim Croce music or Beatles music to it, and then I kind of found out, I was like, when people would watch it, they'd get a little tear in their eye, and I was like, that's how you do it. And then like as I did that more and more, I wanted to go to actual video and stuff like that. So it's something I enjoy. So and then you gotta have. I'm big on having content, so it's just content is just the name of the game.
Right.
Well, all right. So let me review the videos I really like. Creature double feature, American Ghost. I like that.
Okay, yeah, and I filmed that too. I filmed that one. I did all the filming of went out guerrilla style and jumped in a bunch of parades and
Really? That's okay.
and I think it's a lot of fair footage and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, so they're all they're just
Thank you.
to me visually stylistic and just they catch my attention.
Cool.
Very nice.
Glad
Well
you like
done. So you got a lot of songs. You got 2 albums. You've opened for Big Head Todd and the Monsters. Is that right?
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of them? HB?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yep, Big Head Todd, Carbon Leaf, the Crash Test Dummies at the Harvester.
Yeah.
Alan Thompson Band, maybe or no?
Yeah, they were on a triple bill with it was them and the Floorboards.
Yeah.
Jake Dempsey put that together.
Now during COVID, did you guys do like a live from your living room?
We
Harvester?
did I think you can look it up on YouTube. We did a live at the Harvester.
At the Harvester.
Yeah, and they put a living room set on the stage. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was definitely fun. It was definitely weird not having an audience. You had to like talk to the people at home and like
As though they were right there. In
Yeah,
front of you.
exactly. And that was
And they're not.
yeah.
To me, it's
Yeah.
got to be hard.
You try to like make a joke and it's just like
It's,
but we had
There's no that soundtrack.
Right. Yeah.
canned laughter. Or
Canned
something.
laughter, yeah. So as far as venues go, do you typically just stay within this region?
Yeah, we've done some. We used to do some. We try to do as many festivals as we can because those are always, pretty fun.
Yeah.
But, we haven't gone too far out. I think we would do some gigs in Tennessee pre-COVID, but other than that, it's pretty much the area.
Have you ever been to Cleveland?
No.
If you
I've
went,
been to Cleveland, but I've never played there. I love Cleveland.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you gone to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes, yes,
All right.
loved
Now,
it.
when you loved it and when you went there, Lance, who was the first band that you really wanted to see their display? Who did you?
Well,
really
it was REM, and they were the first display when I walked in. So that was crazy. They had Peter Buck's guitar right there. And they
right
had,
there.
Yeah, and they had Mike Mills's little cowboy suit from the Monster Tour. So it was the first thing I saw when I walked in. So that was pretty cool.
oh, cool.
So you would recommend the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. So,
Yeah.
All right.
It's on my
and I
bucket
think
list.
probably the besides that, it was they had Otis Redding's playing that went down. They had a piece of it there, and I was like, oh wow.
So that's not something you
Yeah.
expect. To
Oh, I
see.
know they got them.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that's my bucket list thing
Yeah.
to go. So.
Yeah.
I don't want to do Cleveland. I think.
It was a really cool place. We went and saw the Psychedelic Furs and James there. So that's why
Really?
we went. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a really good show. Because James was a English band in the 90s, and they were kind of one of our favorites, me and my girls.
Is there one band you have not seen yet that you would still pay to go see?
Alive or Dead? Alive.
Unless you want.
Although it's an interesting question.
Yeah,
Either way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw the Monkeys, so
what?
I just saw
Yeah.
the Monkeys. Yeah.
We were just singing a monkey song.
Hey,
a little
we're
bit
the
ago.
Monkeys.
Yeah.
People say we're monkeying around.
Well, it was only Mike and Mickey.
Yeah.
So,
A couple of them are gone.
yeah, two of them. Peter
Where'd you
and
see
Davey. Tennessee Theater in Knoxville.
How were they?
It was awesome, and it was sad.
Yeah.
Mike's a little old, and it was it's the farewell tour, so it was the first and last time I'd ever see Mike.
Last Train to Clarksville?
Yeah, they played that. It was actually deep cuts. It was
Yeah.
it was really good. Mickey Dolenz
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
So I would see that show with just Mickey after seeing it.
I seen them at Disney World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, years
wow.
ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. I took my daughter and I remember seeing them, and they had such a crowd around because they were actually out on the street and doing a concert, and where you could stand right beside them.
yeah, awesome.
So it was really cool.
Yeah.
So Mickey's playing the drums.
No, they didn't really play. They just kind of sing. They got an amazing backup band.
Okay.
Nikki Dolan's sister sings backup, and they just kind of get on the microphone and sing the song.
Now, Michael, right? Does he still have
With
that?
the stocking
No, he
cap?
didn't have the stocking cap, but he was.
Well, daggone it.
Yeah.
It's a wonder he hadn't have done that because that's kind of his signature. look.
Yeah. I think he does it kind of off stage a little bit. But,
Yeah.
It was. I got to see a lot of songs that because I've always respected him as a songwriter, and I got to hear those deep cut songs.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of the tour, and he's obviously his voice isn't there, and it's not as he's up there, So,
Wow.
but it was
Yeah.
it was awesome. Just
Very nice.
to see.
Yeah.
All right. Any other bands, live or dead, that you'd like to see before you hang it up?
I'd like to see. This is kind of weird. I'd like to see Florence and the Machine live because I think they're
Oh yeah.
really, really good live.
You know
I'd like
about
to see
them,
that.
I know him. Yeah. She's got a heck of
I've
a
seen a
voice.
lot of people that I've checked off on the bucket list.
Sounds like it.
But
Who was your favorite band then? Yeah.
the best live band I've seen is My Morning Jacket.
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen them
Yeah.
maybe twice live,
Yeah.
and they're amazing.
Ooh,
This month, then, just to recap, and we'll kind of wrap it up here. You've already done Mill Mountain Zoo. You did the Wilderness Adventure.
Yep.
Now, where the heck was that?
It's in Newcastle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're outside.
Yeah, we did 2 outdoor shows, and that was kind of the point, to do them outdoors and not. We didn't want to jump back into gigging like that. But yeah, we decided to do 2. We had the zoo thing, which was a makeup gig, and then that we got asked to play that.
Okay.
Play that one.
Okay.
So.
And then as far as anything you have upcoming at this point?
We got some stuff in the works, but our main goal is to get these songs, get our new material out and going. And, and we still have songs that we need to brush up on and like that. And we want to record more, so which is where my passion is recording and putting out albums.
And making videos.
Yeah, making videos, exactly.
Keep doing that.
I got to get back to that as well.
Man.
So dates, somewhere y'all gonna be playing?
I think so. We're in talks with some people.
Okay.
So,
All right, we'll keep an eye out on
yeah.
that. And then you guys have been at it for 8 years. What advice, Lance, would you give to a young Roanoke band maybe trying to start and make their way? Is there any advice you could give them?
Record everything you do. With the technology out today,
right? There's no reason not to.
Yeah, there's no reason not to, and that's what I do with my band. I take a Zoom field recorder, stick it in the middle of the room, and record. So that's the biggest thing I can say.
Nice.
Just record, and go back and listen to what you're doing, what you like, and
And you'd tell them too, it's okay to start off with original music if you can do it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure not everybody's.
That's what everybody wants to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Not
as a
everybody
band.
can do it, right?
Yeah.
It's just
So,
it's tough.
We kind of just when we got together, we didn't even know what kind of band we were. We really didn't know each other all that much.
That's kind of cool.
I took I met with the guitar player one time. I was in between bands and I didn't know what I was looking for another songwriting partner, and I went and met with him, and it didn't go so well. I was a little disappointed that I didn't explain what I wanted to do so well, and then went out, met with some other people, and that didn't really work out, and I turned back around and went back and just basically said, hey, I want to record a song, why don't you put some drums on it, and we'll go from there. And then when I played him the song, which is All's Forgiven on the first record,
That's right.
yeah, he was genuinely gave me a compliment. He was like, that's really cool. And then he put drums on it, and it sounded really good. And then he told me, well, I want to play guitar. He was like, you know anybody that plays drums? And then I played with Tad in another project. And I was like, well, I know Tad Dickens. You know Tad Dickens? And he was like, oh, yeah, I know Tad. He was like, I would love to have him. And I was like,
oh, wow.
Well, sure, why not? And then we had a couple rehearsals, and then Tad just booked a gig, booked a benefit for us. And we didn't even have a bass player. And I was like, man, we don't have a bass player. He's like, well, I'm sure we can find one. I was like, okay. And I was like, so we had to scramble, he knew of a guy that we played with before. He had a brother that played bass, so we brought this young kid, Alex Ayers, who was our original bass player, and now he's back with the group.
Nice.
And so we really didn't know each other all that well, and we just kind of just went for it and played the benefit, and it was fun. And then that just led to another benefit, and we got a really good response out of that gig, and then we just kept on playing live shows and wanting to record an album, and eventually we got to our first album. So,
well, I'm gonna give you the last word, but I just remembered, Lance, on 2 or 3 of your songs, Vampire Hotel, El Vampiro.
El Vampiro,
El Vampiro. I think in American Ghost, there's a line about vampires. Who likes vampires?
I think I was just being kind of dark and just kind of sticking with the monster theme, I guess. I guess I like vampires. They're kind of cool.
Well,
but
Halloween's coming up.
yeah, we're a great Halloween band. I'm surprised we're not playing this Halloween. Yeah, there's a lot of dark. I mean, we got witches in a couple songs or something, but I think I was just trying to be weird, honestly. So.
Well, you've got great titles for yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right,
All right.
he's Lance Smith, singer, rhythm guitarist from Monster Atlantic. I'll give you the last word, Lance.
Yeah.
Anything else we left out? Did we forget something?
That's
Want to give out Tad's phone number?
yeah. Yeah, it's been a crazy adventure with this band. We've had some down times. We've had a lot of moodiness, and we always stick it out.
Yeah.
And we're super excited with some of the new stuff that we're doing, and
Cool.
and it was really nice to make it through the pandemic and come back, and it was like we've never been apart. So
Have fun again.
yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so,
All right.
Well, we're fans, and my son's a fan.
Yeah,
and,
look forward to seeing you, too.
It's nice to meet you up close like this
Yeah.
and know you make those videos.